Okay. Well, welcome to the 9:30 F1, Level 1 Vinyasa. My name is Lara, if I haven't had you in class before. And I was gone last week. I had a sub. I was actually really impacted from the recent events that happened in Boulder. I live in Boulder and I was impacted. I think, I'm a sensitive already, but I knew a couple people that were close into the situation and I just needed to resource, but it feels really good to be back. And the reminder for me with that is like, well, a lot of things, right? To really cherish life and to respect life and to, find gratitude for what we have. But for me, I notice again with my emotional being, with my, going through transitions and being, sensitive, how important it is to ground. And if you really knew me, I actually love nature. I love to garden. I love to connect to the earth, but I actually am not a very grounded person. So I have to go, I have to actually cultivate it. So I've been really doing that this last week and it's been really, really helpful, consciously connecting to the earth. And I think in our yoga practice, it's really important, right? Every single pose really starts from the ground up. So I'm going to bring that into our practice today, how we can almost like exchange energy from the earth and feel the support from the ground and how that really supports our whole life. So I'm going to weave that into our practice, but we'll start in a seated meditation, as you already are. If you know that it's more comfortable for you to sit on a cushion or a block or a blanket, please feel free to do that. Just ensure that you're not collapsing in your seat. You want your pelvis to feel almost like a bowl of water that's spilling forward. And from that, as the pelvis spills forward, you also root down through the sacrum and feel a buoyancy in the heart as the heart lifts to the sky. And then extend upward through the crown of your head as you very softly tuck your chin so that the ears float over the shoulders. And then allow your palms to rest wherever is comfortable, on your knees or on your lap. Let the eyelids gently close if they're not already. Turn your attention inward towards yourself. As if you could just turn the senses inward. What do you notice? Starting on a physical level. Notice the parts of your body that are speaking to you through sensation. We begin the practice of welcoming our experience exactly as we are. Not making anything right or wrong, but just welcoming. And beginning the practice of mindfulness, of witnessing. Then allow your attention and presence to rest in the heart. Begin to sense the breath in the chest. And then welcome any emotions or feelings that you're holding in your heart. Again, without making anything good or bad, just welcoming. And drifting your awareness up to your mind, into your space between the eyebrows, into the brain. And notice the quality and texture of your mind. And then imagining that you could dwell just above the crown of the head as a spirit, bringing the presence above you, looking down upon all the levels, mental, emotional, physical. And again, just track. How are you? How are you doing today? What is it like to be you? And then next, bring your hands together at your heart in a prayer position. And after taking that honest inventory and presence where you are, set any intention for your practice. What would you like to give? What would you like to receive these next 60 minutes together? And then gently seal your intention into your heart by bowing your chin towards your heart. And with your inhale, take your arms overhead, stretching through the side bodies. And as you exhale, come into child's pose. Simply roll forward, toes touch, knees wide. Rest the forehead on the mat, lengthen the fingertips forward. And then begin to cultivate your ujjayi breaths, so nice, deep, intentional breaths in and out your nose. So our intention in our yoga practice is called our sankalpa. It's like a seed. It's like a seed that we water, right? Even though life happens and the direction our life goes might shift and change, we have our sankalpa, our seed of intention that can help inform and instruct the outcome. So imagine here that you're placing your intention right in the ground beneath you. That you're watering that seed with each breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. Steady, constant breath, watering your seed. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, come up to tabletop. Coming to all fours, stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and just start by making nice big circles with your hips. All the way to the right. You can even come forward, kind of like upward dog. And then all the way to the left and then back. Just exploring the outer hips. And again, taking honest inventory. What's happening in your body? What's happening in your heart? What's happening in your mind? And then again, we'll switch, nice big circles. And if you feel like, oh, I want to stay there for a couple seconds longer, know that you are your best teacher, right? So listen to your body. Listen to your breath. And then gently come back to neutral. We're going to do a wrist stretch. Bring your fingers so they point towards your knees. Now, if that's too much on your wrists, you can just fan the fingers out a little bit to the side. And then again, start to make circles over the palms. And again, yeah, you can always pause like, oh, right there, I want to hold a little longer. Opening the wrists, the forearms, the gardening hands. And then switch nice circles in opposite direction. And all the while staying anchored with the fullness of your breath. So even if we're not moving like super vigorous, I invite you to still maintain that ujjayi, victorious, oceanic sounding breath. And come back to center. Point the fingers forward and walk them in front of you about 6 inches. Make sure index fingers directly forward. Come into your first downward dog. With your knees a little bent, press your heart towards your thighs, and then relax any tension in your neck, your jaw, and your face. And then again, feel your foundation, feel your connection to the ground. Press through your palms and really feel the edges of your palm, the knuckles, fingers, the whole contact with your palm to the mat.
And softly bend your left knee as you straighten your right leg. We feel that right foot plug down into the mat. And then switch, bend right knee, straighten left. Feel the connection of left foot to the mat. And then at your own pace, gently pedaling the legs right and left, perhaps moving faster or slower. But imagining and feeling your connection to the ground and how much the ground supports you and how it builds your foundation. And then come into stillness. Knees can stay bent, or perhaps you're warming up and you can start to straighten them. Take 3 Ujjayi breaths. After your third breath, walk your feet towards your palms for ragdoll. Keep the feet hip width. Relax your spine forward. I like to clasp opposite elbow with opposite palm. And then again, you can find stillness, or sometimes I like to shake my head or find some movement. So in our yoga practice, we have our root chakra, which is the color red. This connects us to the earth, our ground. But I've also heard spiritual teachers talk about how we have an earth chakra. We actually have a chakra beneath our feet, a couple feet into the ground. Now, it might sound kind of crazy, but just imagine that there's an energetic connection between you and the earth. That you're always exchanging this prana, this flow. Release your hands, toe heel your feet together. Little bend in your knees. Keep your upper body relaxed and slowly stand up. And as you stand, feel your feet. You even imagine the color red. Feel heavy and grounded. Once you arrive at the top, take a couple nice big shoulder shrugs, opening the heart. And then come into stillness, arms by your side. Feel your sacrum rooting down. And again, when we are grounded, when we're rooted, then we can express and expand. So from this ground in the sacrum, feel the sternum, almost like a balloon, right to the sky. Feel the flow of your breath. We're going to flow through a sun salutation. Bring palms to heart. Samasthi Tiki. Inhale, Tadasana. Take arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, slowly melting forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Squeeze shoulder blades, lift heart. Exhale, forward fold, soften forward. Again, inhale, mountain pose. Feel your ground as you express. And exhale, bring hands to heart. Activate your thighs, your feet, your legs. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage root, engage belly. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Bring the palms, step the feet back. Nice. Lift your hips a little bit and reach your heels back as you reach the heart forward. We're going to take inchworm. Take an inhale. With the exhale, drop your knees,
your chest and your chin. So the low back is arching. Great. And then inhale, slide forward, cobra pose. Tuck elbows together, lift heart. Exhale, release the forehead down. Inhale to tabletop, so you're on all fours. Exhale, child's pose, forehead to the mat, watering the seed with each breath. Again, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips up and back. So the original yogis, right, they looked to nature. They looked to nature and they watched the tree, they watched the mountain. So as we're doing these postures, it's really about embodying the essence of nature, of honoring our intricate connection to the cycles around us. We're going to flow through that little inchworm sequence 2 more times. So as you inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, drop knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. 1 breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale. And exhale. 1 more cycle. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, inchworm. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, a full inhale breath and a full exhale breath. Inhale, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale to the halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart, feel grounded. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana. This is really about getting into the lower body, right? The legs are what, when we connect with our legs, that's when we're grounded, right? When we're in our minds or we're out of our bodies, we're not grounded. So feel again your feet. And imagine that you had like a light, like a Christmas light in the big toe mound. Light that up. Both feet. And then to the outer edge underneath the pinkies, light that up. And then both of the heels, so you have lights underneath your feet. And then from there, draw a line from the inner leg up through the knee, up into the hips. And then imagine a downward triangle in the pelvis, connecting you to your sacrum. Deep inhale through the fingers. As you exhale, airplane chest, sweep down towards the mat. And again, from this place of rootedness, feel buoyant in the upper body. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, airplane torso. 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, airplane torso. You can pause here. Some of you might like to lift your heels. Drinking bird pose, pause there or draw the heart closer to the knees. Connect to the ankles, the feet, the calves. For 3, 2. Releases arcing Tadasana. Drop heels, hook your thumbs, lift your heart to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, forward fold. Pendulum the arms forward, interlace hands behind you, chest stretch. Release any tension in the neck and the jaw.
And do that same Utkatasana sequence, that little cycle, breath to movement. Exhale your breath. Inhale, Utkatasana, arms up.
Feel rooted. Exhale, airplane torso, 3. Inhale, reach. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back, stay there or lift heels. Find your breath for 3, 2. Inhale, arching Tadasana. Exhale, pendulum forward, chest expansion stretch.
Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale, plank position.
Inhale here, this time, exhale, chaturanga, elbows in.
Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So if I ever cue chaturanga, you can always drop to your knees for a modification, or you can take the inchworm variation if that feels better in your body. More important than quantity, right? We want quality. So if you're ever feeling compensated in your shoulders, you can always skip your chaturanga and also just meet us in downward facing dog.
With your inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Then exhale, bring right knee to right tricep. Really high. Nice. Inhale, lift it up. And then exhale, this time cross it over left elbow. Nice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the foot forward. Low lunge.
Come to the fingertips, drop your pelvis, lift your heart. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten your right leg and draw your forehead towards your knee.
We're just going to stay for a couple extra breaths, bringing awareness and presence to the legs. Noticing the sensation in the hamstring, feet. What is your connection to the ground, to the earth? And then start to bend that knee, come back into your lunge. Make sure your feet are hip width. Keep that, stay on the ball of your back foot.
And then rise up to crescent lunge. For anybody that might need a modification, you can always drop to the back knee. Maybe Denise, this one might be good for you, for that groin. Then again, you feel your feet. Everything starts from the earth, from the ground up. Plug the big toe mound into the mat. And then lift the arch of the foot up. Engage your front thigh. Deep inhale upward to the sky from ground. Exhale, airplane torso. Again, you can hinge forward just a little bit. Draw pinkies together behind you. So when we're grounded, we can open our hearts. With an inhale, find warrior 2. Drop your left heel. Spin your hips open to the left. Pull your right knee a little bit to the right. And then spin your left hip open to the left. And then steady the gaze over the right middle finger, or perhaps close your eyes. With an inhale, to find reverse warrior. Lift your right arm up and back. And think more upward, right? Instead of back bending. And with all of that beautiful space in the right side body, Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to right inner thigh. And hug the muscles to the bones. Feel the density of the body. Rotate the heart open. Next, inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten the right leg. As you exhale, take chaturanga or inchworm, your choice. Inhaling to upward dog or cobra, and then exhaling back. Meeting in downward facing dog. And then with your eyes closed, again, that attention inward. Imagine, sense, feel the energy flowing from the right palm to the right foot with vitality, with balance, with health. Whole right side of your body. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, lift left. Exhale, bring it to left tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward. Come to fingertips. Drop pelvis, lift your heart. Inhale. And exhale, straighten left leg, forehead towards the knee. And then again, we just stay for a couple breaths, bringing all of the awareness into the legs, into sensations, into the stretch. It's safe to be in our bodies. It's safe to be connected to the earth. And then again, bend your knee. Make sure the feet are hip width so you have a solid base. And as you're ready, rise up. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. And plug into that left foot. And feel the exchange. Again, as you press into the mat gives back that support. And feel the strength in your left thigh as you extend the right heel back. Again, inhale. Exhale, airplane through the chest. From the ground, how can we stay buoyant and light and lifted and open in our hearts? Inhale, warrior two. Yeah, open your left knee to the left, right hip to the right. Gaze over the left middle finger or close your eyes. Inhale, reverse warrior, lift up, lengthen out of the left hip crease. All that beautiful space. Exhale, extended side angle and hold. Elbow to knee. Hug the muscles in the belly. Open across the collarbones. Inhale, reverse triangle. Again, straighten that left leg for just a breath. And as you exhale, chaturanga or your variation, meeting in downward facing dog. And then again, once you're in downward facing dog, if it's comfortable, close your eyes. Imagine, sense, and feel the energy flowing from left palm to left foot with vitality, health, balance. And then bring the awareness back to the heart. Remember your sankalpa. Remember the seed you're watering, your intention. We're going to flow breath to movement through that little sequence. And know that as we're doing so with each breath, we're watering our seed. Everyone exhale. Take a deep inhale and a cleansing exhale breath.
We go, inhale, lift right leg. We're just gonna do one, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge.
Exhale, airplane torso. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Into chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in. One breath out. To the left, inhale, lift your left. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane chest. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse triangle. Into chaturanga, exhale. Feel your palms connecting to the mat. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, if it's comfortable, close your eyes. And again, take that mindful inventory, physical, emotional, mental, feel. Welcome. We're going to add on. Inhale, lift right leg. Exhale, knee into nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, airplane chest. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, stay. Reverse warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. This is where we're going to change it. Exhale, triangle pose. Trikonasana. Reach forward as far as you can. And then without rounding on the right side body, right palm down. Nice. You guys look so solid. Keep hugging again, muscles to bones. And feel the exchange of the support beneath you and how it lends to stability and ground and buoyancy through the chest. Now you can choose to stay here in triangle pose. If you want to play with some balance today, look down at your front foot for half moon. So you inhale, bend that knee, and exhale, step forward. Lifting the left foot to the sky. Beautiful, yeah, engaging the lifted legs, so flex the toes. You can bear some weight in the front hand. The front hand is about a foot in front of you and a little bit to the right. You can choose to stay there or bend the top knee and find Shavasana for a little quad stretch. Maybe for the groin. So open through the legs, the pelvis. One more breath. And then very softly step back. 5-pointed star. Pivot your toes so they point towards, that is the left side of the room. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, lead with your heart as you fold forward over the legs. Reach the crown of the head to the mat. And then you can choose, you can clasp the feet, maybe rest the palms on the mat. Put a little bend in your knees so you're not hyperextending. Quads stay engaged. Beautiful. And then feel a circuit of energy from the feet. Inhale up the backs of your legs to your sits bones. And then exhale down your spine, out the crown of your head, back to the mat, back to the earth. Again, inhaling up the feet. And exhaling down the spine. Exchanging prana, energy with the earth. Bring your hands under your shoulders if they're not there already. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to the front edge of your mat, low lunge. Inhale to three-legged dog, lift that right leg up to the sky. And exhale, downward facing dog, foot to the mat. Inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale again, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane chest. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Into exhale, triangle. Again, avoid any collapsing on the left rib cage. Super straight lines here. Again, you can imagine drawing lines from the feet up through the inner leg line into the pelvis. And then from that integrity and strength, then the spine can grow even longer. So beautiful. And again, you can always choose to stay here, holding your triangle pose. If you're wanting to explore half moon, look down to prepare. And as you exhale, shift the weight to the left foot, reach the right leg up. You can always bring the top hand to the top hip if you need, or keep that palm up to the sky. You can choose to pause there or Chapasana. Bend the knee and reach for the foot as you open the groin. Keep that steady gaze and steady breath, feeling your ground that holds you for 3, 2, and then we softly release, step back, 5-pointed star. This time into goddess pose or horse pose if you're a man. If you're a woman, this is your goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, gather the energy at the heart. Again, inhale. Exhale, draw it in. 1 more, just like that. Exhale. Now again, you can stay here. You can lift the right heel up. You can pause there or find small pulses. 3, 2, 1. Drop right heel, lift left. Again, small pulses. 2, 1. Bring the feet a little closer with both heels. Again, maybe stay still or pulse. Feel the strength of your legs. What does it mean to be grounded in the legs and the body? For 3, 2, release. Straighten the legs. I promise you'll thank me when it's swimsuit season. Pivot the toes so they point forward again. Take the arms out wide, inhale. And exhale, fold forward.
Allow the spine to drape towards the mat. And then again, return to the micro cosmic breath. Up the legs, down the spine. Sending fresh blood to your brain. You're also stimulating digestion. Practicing an inversion. Being upside down. So simple and so powerful. Again, plant the palms beneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, front of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift left leg up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Ground evenly through the palms and evenly through the feet. With your inhale, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to a seat. And then lie all the way onto your back. Moving into figure 4 for our hip opener. Starting on the right side, right thigh, top of left, rather right foot, top of left thigh. Reach through to clasp the left leg, either the back of the leg or the front of your shin. Gently pull the left knee into the chest as you allow the right hip to open. And allow all of your body weight to drop down and back into the ground. Keep sending your steady breath, steady presence into the hip. Release into half happy baby pose. So you'll clasp your big toes, right big toes with your 2 peace fingers and open your right knee out to the right. If you want more here, you can straighten the left leg long to the mat. Pull that right knee open. Ground that left foot or heel into the ground. And then very softly start to straighten the right leg and draw it towards the midline. And then softly bend it open to the right, just pulsing a few times, opening that right hip. Straightening the right leg, bending the right knee a few times. And the next time your leg is in center, pause. With the leg straight. Supta Padangusthasana, hand to foot pose. Again, really bringing that awareness into your entire right leg, the right hamstring, the right quad, right foot. And then gently release, extend that leg forward. Take a moment of breath in between. And we'll switch figure 4, opposite side. Reach through, clasp the right leg. Gently coax the right knee in as the left knee falls open. It's almost as if you're pulling the string on a ball of yarn, just slowly unraveling any stored tension, emotion, frustration.
sadness, anything in the body, letting it slowly unwind. From my experience, right, the more grounded I am, the more connected to the earth, the more I can allow myself to go through life's ups and downs with a sense of ease, a sense of peace. Even when I'm facing the darkest night of my soul, the most painful, challenging things, I have my resource of the earth to ground me. That's what our yoga practice can be, right? An oasis of grounding, an oasis being in the body. Half happy baby pose. Clasp the left toes, left big toe with the peace fingers, and then we can open that knee to the left. And you can always keep the right foot on the mat with the knee bent, or straighten that right leg long. Wherever you are, you're grounding that left heel, left foot into the mat. And begin to straighten the left leg, draw it towards the center line. And a few times, bend knee, open to the left. And then again, straighten. A few more times, and then eventually keeping the legs straight. Hand to foot pose. And the knees bent as you need to. Really feeling that whole left leg, left foot. Tracking any subtle difference from the opposite side. Again, being mindful, welcoming. And then as you're ready, release that left leg down and just take a moment in neutral. Feel your connection to your lower body. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground, preparing for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Toes point forward. Arms by your side, press through your feet, lift your pelvis up to the sky. And shuffle the shoulders underneath you and clasp the hands. Roll your inner thighs down and plug into the big toe mound of the feet. Open across the chest, soften in the belly. And super slowly, let this be a really slow transition. Unshuffle the shoulders. One vertebra at a time, very slowly massaging your spine as you come down to the mat. And once the sacrum is the last thing to hit the ground, come into Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide. You can let the palms roll open, soften any tension in the back of your throat. Again, let your weight drop down and back into the support of the ground. How the ground gives you a sense of solidity. So if you have any neck injuries and would prefer not to do plow pose into shoulder stand, you can roll upward and do a seated forward fold. Also, if you're a woman on the first few days of your moon time, you're not going to want to be upside down. So if that's the case, you can roll up into a seated forward fold as well. But I'm going to guide us through plow pose, shoulder stand into fish. Now, I personally feel like this is one of the most healing sequences in the body. So as you move through the postures, feel how they affect you. Feel the pulses of energy and surges of blood. So first, draw your knees into your chest and give
yourself a little hug, pressing low back into the mat. And relax the arms by your side, same as like bridge pose. Draw knees into chest, and then feet up and over behind you. Now avoid moving your neck once you're up. Similar to bridge, shuffle the shoulders underneath you. And bring the hands to the low back for support if you'd like. Some of you might be able to clasp the hands. The feet may or may not touch the ground behind you, but it's really about listening, right? Listening to your edge and then just staying there. Breathing into the kidneys, into the adrenal glands. That ujjayi breath, watering your sankalpa, watering your seeds with each breath. And hands to low back if they're not already there. Send your feet straight to the sky, shoulders stand. Squeeze the legs together. Spread your toes so you're activating your legs. And then just slowly let gravity pull any stagnant energy, all the blood from the toes down into the ankles, from the ankles into the calves, calves into the knees, knees into the thighs, thighs into the pelvis, pelvis back to the heart. Deaf person's pose, draw the knees into your ears. And then as slowly as you can, this is going to require strength in the core. One vertebra at a time, slowly. Come down to the mat. And once the hips hit the ground, keep the legs straight. And slowly lower the heels all the way down to the mat. And then again, find a moment of neutral, of complete surrender. And to counter all of that deep compression in the throat and the thyroid, Matsyendrasana, fish pose. Bring your hands under your glutes, palms face down. Bring the palms nice and close, and then draw the elbows together as you lift your heart up. You really want your throat as wide open as you can. When you're on the crown of your head, point your toes to activate your legs. Some people prefer to bring the hands to the heart. Sometimes I like to keep my hands under me. But again, avoid moving the neck once you're lifted. And then take conscious breaths, 3 to 5 breaths, right into the heart. Right into the throat. And then again, we want the transition to be mindful. I invite you to allow it to start from the neck. Slowly draw your chin to your chest as you rest back of the head on the mat. Then the heart, arms come out from you, underneath you. Arms by your side. And again, just find a moment of neutral. This is called the shesha. When we exit the posture, there's a residue. See if you can sense that, how the posture affects you. And then really listen, are you ready to go into Shavasana right now? Or does your body want any last movements? Maybe a happy baby pose, or a little twist. Maybe a couple fidgets and wiggles, or maybe you grab your blanket. And arrive in Shavasana. Again, let all of your body weight drop down and back. Drop into the back of your head. Feel the back of your heart. Feel the back of your sacrum, your hips touching the ground. Notice all the points of contact where your body connects to the mat. And then soften like a puddle of rain. Allow yourself to drop even deeper. Become completely empty. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitirvaniniya Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. If you have the time and want to stay in Shavasana for longer, please feel free to give yourself this gift of stillness as you integrate your practice and all the healing benefits of the poses. I'm trying to complete on time, so if it is time for you to move on with your morning, first start by deepening your breath and slowly waking up your body, finding any intuitive, organic movements that feel right for you. And then eventually rolling over to the right side in the fetal position. Knees bent, pausing for a few breaths in this transition. And finding in your mind, in your heart, one thing that you're grateful for, one thing that supports you, that you're grateful for. And then using your arm strength, press yourself up to a seat.
sitting the same way we started, eyes closed, and feeling rooted in the sacrum and the pelvis, bright in the heart, bright in the chest. And again, we bring the hands to the heart in a prayer position, recognizing, remembering our intention. No matter what life brings our way, may our intentions continue to ground us. Bring thumbs to third eye. In recognition of the divine, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up. And let me know if you have any questions or feedback. I wanted to talk about the grounding cord, but I completely forgot. See, I'm not very grounded. I need to practice my ground. But I've been studying hypnotherapy and learning a lot more about energy medicine, which is a whole new world for me. But as a yoga teacher, it just makes sense, like learning about the chakras. And one thing that I've been learning about is our grounding cord. So we have an energetic grounding cord, and sometimes it can get clogged. And so it sounds kind of out there, but in your mind's eye, when you're meditating, you can actually kind of sever that grounding cord and drop a new one whenever you need fresh ground. So I meant to do that when we were closing, but I forgot. So I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Easter, if you celebrate in whatever way, and happy spring, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hope to see you next week. Namaste. Bye.